I know you're late and you have to hold your things, but there's very few things more important than football. That's one of them. So it might not be a thing what people are saying of a bad attitude. We know he's in form, in bad form. We know he's not scoring. We know he's probably not being the captain we want him to be. But we all know how it doesn't look good and whatnot. But again, this is where we can't really comment without knowing everything. Of course, as an ignorant fan, going off the information, we know the book has to be thrown at Aubameyang. It doesn't look good. It doesn't give him things to defend it with. But me personally, if there's something going on in my personal life, if the club have trusted you to go and return, and you being 32 and the captain, it don't look good. It don't send a good precedent. But again, God forbid, again, if it means spending time with a loved one before certain things happen, I don't like to speculate. I would do the same thing. His late return had implications for Arsenal's COVID-19 protocols as well. As you know, this is not the first time Aubameyang has been left out of the squad. If we go back to March, he was left out of the team that beat Tottenham 2-1 for being late. Speaking ahead of Saturday's game, he said, unfortunately, Aubameyang has been left out due to a disciplinary breach. I think we've been very consistent with the non-negotiables as a team that we have set ourselves as today, so he's not involved today. Certainly, it's not an easy situation, a situation that we want our club captain to be in. So it's a bit of a blow, people. As we know, him and Arteta, I describe their relationship as a knife edge. It seems overly positive and overly negative at times, people. And it has been a bit of a disillusioned one. Like, even I don't think he was kind to Aubameyang, how he dealt with his situation where there was personal terms, and he added fuel to the fire and allowed the media to attack him around the Villarreal game. So it's a bit of a poor one, man. It's a bit of a poor one, and I think I do think if it's at the end of the day, I can't. If it's for disciplinary issues, it's for disciplinary issues. And again, it's one of them where obviously certain people have made their minds up. You're gonna have Aubameyang apologists. You're gonna have people that are just being negative to Aubameyang, and you're gonna have some people who somehow flip this all onto Mikel Arteta. What I would say is, could this have been not? If your captain's messing about, you need to throw the book at him, and I can't begrudge calling him out publicly and things. But if this was something surrounding personal terms, and I get it, he's messed up COVID protocols, the international implications. He's probably, he's messed up a lot of things, preparations going into the game. But could we have disciplined him privately and just said he's left out of the game because he's got personal issues? If people say there's personal things going wrong, no one can say anything. He's got personal problems. There probably still would have been speculation, but there's personal problems going on. He's been left out because he's going through a personal or family thing. The people that need to know that he was fined. There's no story, because now it adds fuel to the fire about Aubameyang's attitude, his work rate, his mentality, you lot's relationship, and ultimately, it's another talking point that don't need to be there. We've got a bag of talking points on the pitch, to the point where I'm sure you lot wouldn't want to. There's more negatives than positives, but still. So maybe it could have been managed better. But on Aubameyang, that's all that's said, folks. So it is what it is where that game is concerned, where Aubameyang missing today is concerned. What else are you lot saying, man? Family comes first, 100%. Broski has been pictured having a tattoo at Barca. I mean, you could have, funny enough, we don't know that. Like, obviously, I agree with that. If he's going to get a tattoo, but there could be context. If the club could have said, you've got 3 days to go, and on day 1, you've got the tattoo, and on day 2, you've gone to do what you're doing. Or, how long does a tattoo take? I don't know, but I can't imagine it takes, even if it takes the whole day, there's 24 hours in a day. So, with pictures being thrown up, there's narratives. Now, at the same time, there's got to be a coincidence it's come out today, allegedly, But how do we know? He needs to have the book thrown at him. But it's one of them, you've got to look at it objectively, whether you like Aubameyang or not. We need this Amazon documentary for clarity. Probably, 100%. Probably. You get that. There's a lot of claims shut up about, if in my opinion. You're right, still. 100%, broski. What you lot saying? It literally could be just a plane delay made him late, probably, but we're humans first. You don't know a little, but at the end of the day, hold your fine, hold not being about. I don't know. We'll never know. Glad that Smith Rowe got a rest. Looked tired over the past few games. Looking forward to West Ham. Hopefully, man. I am cool if Arsenal make the top 6, because It means Arsenal, there's 4 or 5 teams better than Arteta. I'm not sure, man. I love how confident Tomiyasu is with both feet. Trust me. Arteta listens to the fan base. He didn't get game time for how long prior to this game. Now you sub Eddie in twice. Fans get upset and you sub him in today. It's obvious. Facts, DG. It's always either or with our fans. It's a squad game with injuries and loss of form. Exactly. Especially when you've got a young team. You ain't got, even at City, how many players are going to be consistent for 38 games? Not a single one, but even Mo Salah, but they might be it for 36, for no less than 35. The occasional off games where the team might have been poor. We don't have that luxury. So there's very few players that are going to last the distance. And even the players that we rely on, you've seen historically with Aubameyang and Tini, they've shown they're human. Saka and Smith Rowe have shown they're human. Gabriel last season had a bit of a wobble as well. Ben White, Gabriel, Ramsdale, they're all going to have wobbles, not just this season, throughout. We're trying. A lot of people just see this potential thing and think you're going to get there. You might have potential to be a stockbroker one day, but you have to go, or become a doctor, better yet. But you need to go uni, you need to learn. I'm sure that I wouldn't advocate experimenting on humans and getting things wrong, but I'm sure there's some certain mock operations that you mess up. You're going to do these things. These players are trying to, they're at an apprentice stage. If you're, they're learning things, they're getting rid of bad habits, they're learning good practices. These are this is where these players are at, in my opinion. We've got an average age of 23. And on top of that, just whether you're young or old in this team,